Welcome back, everybody. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe right here to your bottom right. I made it easy for you. This video is going to be how I took my client that I did the video on how to add red highlights without pre-lightening the hair, over colored hair, to close to a natural color with highlights. I did this in one step within 5 hours. We want to go blonder, but we're going to take our time, obviously. This is what it faded into when she came in. I have always used demi-permanent on her hair besides the So Color Red, which is what I use for highlights. To remove, I use the PRAVANA color remover. It has worked great for me. I actually only had to do one process on her. Right here, I'm checking it. After you do the PRAVANA color remover under the heat, you check with 10 volume developer for 20 seconds to make sure that your color does not reoxidize. If it does and you see the color coming back, that means there are still color molecules in the hair that need to be removed, and you need to do the process over again. So right here, I'm kind of watching it and making sure that nothing comes back. It worked out good. Nothing reoxidized, so I went ahead and rinsed that out and prepped her hair for the color. So for the underneath where she's going to pull up her hair, I just go ahead and tease out a section and weave it and add a highlight there, fanning upwards towards the root. We want to have a rooty look still, but as I go up the head for the highlights, the panels become thicker because I want to add, she has quite a bit of hair, so the technique that I use adds thicker highlights for kind of a faster application, and not just to make it quick. I want to add more of an impact per highlight rather than having them blended in. Because her hair is so thick, a thicker panel will just make it look like, as say you did fine weave, a medium weave highlight on fine hair. I want it to stand out just like that would, but I have to do thicker ones on her hair because her hair is thicker, and if we don't do that, her hair will just hide the pieciness of it. Now, this is the first step. She does want to get blonder. However, we're going to take it in steps, obviously. She may just need one more. She may need two more. As you can tell, her line of demarcation is still kind of there, and what we do today helps blend that in. However, she's going to come back in a little while, and we are going to give her more of a melty root and blonder ends. I could have added a low light in there to blend it in even more, but it doesn't look bad. You can't really tell it's there unless you're really close up, but I just did not want to add any more pigment to her hair. Clearly, we're trying to remove that, right? So I'm going to leave it how we did it this time, and in a couple months when she comes back, we'll be able to add the dark where we want it for a melty rooted look. But today our goal was just to put a bunch of blonde in there. So go ahead and just watch me apply the color, see how I do it, and then towards the end I will hop back on here and finish it up and let you know what I did for the toner.
The seasons come and go like thoughts of you, like a wave returns to the sea into the blue. They change but in a cycle that I can't lose. Each painful but delightful to live through. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not for long, just a time, just like another season. seasons turn and change just like your mind. Like the sun gives into the moon, into the night. Time continues marching, it slowly crawls. With each new one starting, I recall. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just like time, just like another season. You came into my life just like another season. Not so long, just like time, just like another season. Come my way this season.
Close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left.
Around the face right here, I'm making sure to do a heavy weave, bright blonde right there, so that will in all make her hair feel brighter no matter how light the ends get. As long as we can get this piece nice and bright around her face, that is like 80% of their happiness.
Through the highways till my shadow turns to sun rays, and on we'll go through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll
And since I knew the front pieces would get lighter faster, I went ahead and took those out when I got close to where I wanted them. Better to be safe than sorry, right? What I do to help take the teasing out is I apply the number 2, the Olaplex Step 2, to her hair. It is not a conditioner, however, it does help remove tangles, and you're doing that and giving her a treatment at the same time. So it just makes sense, right? Once we get those tangles out, it took about 10 minutes, so I went ahead and rinsed her. Actually, it took 15 minutes, I remember, because I looked at my the video. I'm taking the front around her face out, clearly, because I don't want those to get darker, because the ends in the back obviously aren't going to get as light as the front, so we can't use the same toner. So move those out of the way and tone the back with something different than you're going to tone around the face. So for here I did in the shades gloss, of course. I did 7T, 8V, 8N, and 9N. I applied to the root to mid-shaft first. Got that blended in, and then ran it down through her ends. But I added a little bit of clear to the formula first, just to lighten it up just a touch, because it's on those ends. They are older, for one. 2, they can grab because they're going to be more porous. And we did the color remover. So one thing I forgot to mention, when you use the PRAVANA color remover, your gold color that you want, you need to apply 1 to 2 shades lighter because it will grab darker. Here's a tip. When you apply the toner and you get it everywhere saturated where you want, let it sit. Set it and forget it is what I say. If you keep moving it around and swishing it around, it's not going to take how it's supposed to, because you keep moving those molecules around. So how are they supposed to get deposited in there if you're squeezing them all over the place and squeezing them out of the hair? So just let it sit there, do its job, keep an eye on it, come over, rub a spot, see how it looks. If it's not done, resaturate it from the rest of the hair and go from there. Now here I'm using the formula that I did in the back there, just at the roots, but through the ends I did 9NB and a little bit of 8N. I let this sit for about 15 minutes. At this point, while the toner is on, is a great time to do a treatment if you needed to, adding Olaplex to your toner, as long as the toner is going to be on there for 10 minutes or more. Go ahead and do that to give an extra treatment. I went ahead and rinsed out the back first because I felt like that looked good, but I wanted the front to be on there just a little bit longer. When you are toning, if some areas look done before other areas, don't be afraid to rinse those ones out first and let the other ones process. It's perfectly fine. Your hair can process differently. Here is the end result. We were extremely happy that we got as light as we did. I honestly didn't expect it. When I do colors like this, I always under-promise but try to overachieve. That way you don't get yourself into a predicament. never give definite, yes, I can do this. I'm really happy, and there's a beautiful golden blonde, and hopefully we can get her a little more ashy next time. If you watched this whole video, thanks so much. I hope I helped some of you guys out. Any questions, put below, and don't forget to subscribe right here to your right. Bye.